We can have an AI agent trained on the name of your gym, what your gym's all about. If someone signs up on our website, they get put into this system. The AI bot can work those leads for you, package the info, and send it right to our human sales staff. Having an AI bot working for you around the clock. What's up, Parkour gym owners? It's me, Jimmy Davidson from Motion Mentors, and today I'm with Keith Holcomb from Rogue Parkour in San Diego. And Keith had a great question. He wanted to set up the AI conversational agent within the CRM that we have for Parkour gym owners. We use this at my Parkour gym. We've set it up at a number of other gyms. And what this is within the CRM, which is the customer relationship management software. And that's where we manage all of our incoming leads. And if someone signs up on our website, they get put into this system. So our team can text, email, call them straight from the software, from the computer. No one needs to use their personal phone. And then we can track them all the way through to booking their class. Well, what's cool is we can have an AI agent trained on the name of your gym, what your gym's all about, the ages and the categories that your gym offers, the times that you have trial classes. And the AI bot can work those leads for you, get into conversation, get the person's name, age, the time, the day that they want to come. Even if they have 2 kids, you can manage both those kids. And then what we're going to do is it's going to wrap up that information and pitch it to your sales team. You can get really technical with it and integrate it directly into your gym management software if you get good with like APIs and stuff. Today, we're just going to have the AI bot package the info and send it right to our human sales staff, because Keith, you guys have an in-person sales team, which I helped you guys launch sometime last year. So that team is going to get that information, verify that there's space in that class, because I recommend we only let 2 new kids into each class so that the class quality is high and so that your sales team can actually book and sell them. So you don't have like 5 parents in front of you to sell to. So then your enrollment manager, whoever that is, your sales team person, will then verify with the client, get them actually in, take the payment, and move forward from there. So your AI booking bot is like setting all these appointments, and then your sales team, your human, is actually closing those trial classes. And then they show up, and then they do the thing. They get a membership. Okay, Keith, welcome to the call.
Thanks, Jimmy. I appreciate this.
Yeah, absolutely. And so what we're going to do, Keith, I'm going to show you how to do it. I've actually already done a lot of it on your account. And then anyone watching this, they'll kind of get an idea of how to do it. And let me just say right off the bat, if anyone goes to Motion Mentors and signs up for the CRM, everything you're about to see me show Keith for this AI booking bot will automatically be replicated to your account if you sign up. Okay, so this is the dashboard of the CRM here. And we just launched this for you, Keith, so you can see how many calls your team made, how many leads you got in the last few days. So when you log in as the CEO, you can just see a little high-level view of how your team is doing. Over here in the AI agents section, this is where we can start building out our AI agents, and we can make voice AI. So that's if someone calls you and then no one answers the phone, you can have an AI receptionist answer the phone, and it's smart enough even down to if someone's like, I left my water bottle there, can I come and get it? The AI can be like, yeah, sure. Do you want me to tell one of our humans? So there's a voice version of it. And today we're going to talk about the conversational AI version of it. And that's like the text-based version of it. So I've already made you an agent. So if we click on agent lit, we can see the different agents that we built in your account. And normally you would click on create bot. So if I clicked on that, Keith, the one I made for you is this middle one, prompt-based bot. And it recommends that when you know what you're doing when writing prompts. And I'll show you, I'll give you a good tour of like how I set this up, because there is some stuff that you would want to customize for yourself, Keith. Okay. So this is the middle one I chose. I said, create this bot. And then I just did from scratch. Okay. So I'm jumping into the one that I made for you. After you click from scratch, you jump into here. So you have bot settings, bot training, bot goals, and dashboard. So starting in the settings, I just named it, Rogue Booking Bot, because that's the name of your Parkour gym. But we're going to put it on autopilot because we have a way for it to trigger, and I'll show you that later. So we're going to put it on autopilot. It is capable of responding to SMS, Instagram messages, Facebook messages, chat widget. That's if you put the CRM has like a chat widget you can put on your website. It can do that. Live chat, that's within the chat widget, or a WhatsApp group. If we want to just have this for your gym's CRM SMS, Keith, we can have it just do that. But if you also want it to start automatically replying to like Facebook and Instagram, we can do those things also. I just have mine responding to SMS for the time being. Which ones would you like to do? Or do you want to just do SMS for now also?
We don't have a WhatsApp chat set up. I'd probably maybe eventually like to do all of them. I don't have the chat widget on our website, but I might add it later. So Those three would be good. Yeah.
Great. So if you ever wanted to add these things, you just come back and click into this and then just click add back live chat. Or if you do use the CRM chat widget on your website, then you can just do that.
Okay.
Cool.
I'm sorry, Jimmy. What was the difference with the live chat one again?
So the chat widget is if they're in a chat widget. The live chat is this like, it's very similar to the chat widget. The live chat is if instead of being in the chat widget, if you put the chat widget as like a whole web page, and then they're like having a live chat like on a web page, but basically through the chat widget. Probably not would ever use. I'm not going to use it personally.
Okay, got it.
All right, advanced settings. So named it the Rogue Parkour Gym. I'm going to have it have a 2-second delay. So autopilot mode, it's going to respond after 2 seconds to give it a little bit more of a human feel. And because I think everyone's AI plan is free until the end of this year, it's 2025 right now. And then it starts costing like fractions of a cent to respond. So, and you can see more here and in the fine details of the current pricing. Once the pricing is live, you can see it down in here. So I'm limiting it to 25 replies. Also, that's what the CRM's limit is 25 replies. And that's so that like in case some other like spam sends their chatbot to your chatbot, they don't have like an infinite loop of talking. So yeah. Okay. And then after the client responds, or after you guys respond, so your human has taken over, it's going to turn the chatbot off. So there's not like two people talking to it. Okay. So that's the way I have it set up right now. We'll save that in bot training. So what's super cool is you can create things called knowledge bases, which is up here in this top corner. If you want to just look at knowledge bases, and in the knowledge base, you can upload different websites for it to scrape and know everything about. Keith, I've already uploaded your website. So if we jump over to knowledge base, it was able to scrape every single different URL from your website and just read all of it and understand all of it. If you ever have a update to your website, you can come in here and click refresh. Actually, we can just enable auto refresh to do that every single month. So you don't have to remember to do that. So that way, if you update your like homeschool page or your about us page or whatever, the AI bot will also know that. If you had any other documents to upload, like you wanted to make an AI bot specifically for customer service, or you just wanted to train it better on how to describe your like little kids class or your adult program or whatever specific thing, you can upload PDF documents here, just like type text documents for it to also understand from. Cool is you can also have an FAQ. So if you know that you're always getting the same question and you just want your chatbot to answer it the same way every time, you can type in that specific question. You can type in that specific question here and just give the chatbot the answer, and then we'll always just like give the specific answer that you provide it. And we'll come back to a second way to use FAQs later. All right, so back to this. That is the knowledge source. I'm going to go back to our AI agents, our conversational AI list. So our guy here is already trained on your website and everything about it. And then if you ever add any other bits to your knowledge base, it will know those things as well. Cool. Any questions on the knowledge base so far?
No, not yet. No, that's pretty cool.
Yeah. Okay. And bot goals. This is really where we give your bot its heart and soul here. When you first create your chatbot, it gives you some template things to put in here, but I've replaced all of them to really optimize this for being a booking bot for your parkour gym in specific. So it's personality. I put, you're a helpful, friendly gym enrollment AI assistant for Rogue Parkour Gym and Indoor Parkour Gym in San Diego. Your job is to help users book parkour classes through live chat. You should follow a structured conversation flow to collect the necessary details. Your tone should be warm, supportive, and clear. That's all we need to put in the personality. The goal is even shorter. Your goal is to help customers book a parkour class and assist with any questions they may have along the way. That's their goal. That's very short. And then the additional information, this is where pretty much everything lives in here. And this is where I have a couple questions for you, Keith.
Okay.
So anyone watching, if you go and you sign up for this Parkour Gym CRM through Motion Mentors, this will automatically be on your version of the CRM ready for you to edit also. So keep that in mind. And if you need this base prompt, you can reach out to me and I'll give you this base prompt also. Okay. So the CRM is going to send whatever custom message we want to send. We're going to tell the chatbot that, hey, this is the first message that is going to go out. Congrats, name of the client. Welcome to Rogue Parkour Gym's community. We're excited to teach you and your family parkour and to transform your playground with your new skills. That's a template. We can edit that to do whatever we want. Cool. So what we're doing here is we're just telling the AI that watch out for this first message that we are going to send to the client, because the AI will actually never initiate a conversation. The AI is only capable of responding to a conversation. And then Keith, you already know that using the automation in the rest of the CRM, we can automatically send our first SMS. So whatever that first SMS is, we just copy and paste it here. And then the AI just knows that that's part of the conversation. Okay, goals. We are talking to them and we're going to ask them, we don't need that because that's part of my gym. We're going to ask them their name, their email, and their phone number. And if we already have that about them, because they probably filled it in with the lead form that you have on your website, Keith, it'll actually skip asking them that, which is cool. The next thing it's going to do is we're going to understand their names and their ages of their kids. And once we know the name and the age of their kids, we're going to ask them, we're going to discover what time and days that they're able to come to our parkour sessions. And we're going to offer them it says right here, recommend class times for tomorrow and the next day based on their age group, based on, don't need the location right here, based on age group mapping below. Cool. So once it understands their age, it'll give them a couple suggested times and it's going to let them pick. So if we scroll down real quick to those age group maps, here it is right here, age group mapping. Keith, what are your age groups and what do you call those age groups?
So our first age group is 3 to 5, and that is pre-K.
Cool. You call that pre-K?
Yep.
Like that?
Yep.
Okay. PRE-K. All right. Any other age groups?
6 to 11.
Okay.
Youth parkour.
Perfect. All right. What else?
12 and up, teens and adults.
Perfect. All right, cool. So the AI bot is going to now understand that is your age group mapping. And we're going to put that one more place down below in a second. So
Jimmy.
Yeah.
All right, real quick. On the ages, the in parentheses for all teens and adults says 11. Yep.
12. Nice shot. Perfect. Okay. Cool. So now we are here we go. Number 4, do not confirm or book after the lead picks a day and time. We're going to run an automation that I'll show you in a second, Keith, and it's going to send it to a human on your team so that human can actually confirm with the person and take the $30 payment for the trial class. Okay, and then the CRM the AI bot knows it's going to save the information that it gets. So right here on number 5, it's telling it, don't just forget the information in the conversation, but actually save it. Participants' names, that's going to be the name that we're going to tell your human. The age, that's going to be the age we tell the human, and all the other things. So we're just telling the AI bot to remember that so it can actually pass off the info. Tone and identity, we're giving it a little bit more of an example. And if someone responds in Spanish, we're going to have it switch to Spanish. Okay, so we're telling it that we are in PST, LA's time zone, and we want people to book either for today, tomorrow, or the next day at first. If none of those work, then it'll progress to days beyond that. We're telling it how we want to format things right here, age group mapping. If multiple participants allow that to be the case, that's no problem. And then we're telling it this is the order of operations in your conversational flow. Ask for their name, email, phone number. If any of those things are already there, then you can skip it. Get the participants' ages, get the scheduled day and time, learn any specific data, hand off to the human. and then tell it that it's not a free trial class, it's $30. And then leave with a specific handoff message. Okay, let me pass this to our enrollment manager so that they can make sure that we have open time slots. I'll message them now. Please keep an eye on your phone as we'll reach out to confirm soon. That's like the last message the AI bot will send right there, unless the person comes back with like another different question. And okay, so right here, Keith, yesterday I asked for you to compile your class times, that class time list in the format that looks like this.
Yes.
All right. Thank you, Keith. So I got you formatted it just like I asked. So the name of the group, the age of the group, and then the days and the times. So I'm going to take this whole block of text, just going to replace my stand-in with what you gave me. Okay. So we're telling the AI bot that this is the class schedule. Use exactly as listed and keep this same format. Don't mess it up. This is just the easiest way for the AI bot to read it quick. So if they need a pre-K time, it's going to list, the next today, tomorrow, the next day of those times. If they need a youth parkour, there it is. If they need a teen and adult parkour, there it is. And Keith, if your class times change, you come into the AI booking bot, conversational AI, click on the rogue bot, and then in bot goals, you just come down to here and you just edit whatever you need to. And if you that, let me know and I'll tell you again. Okay, cool. So that is the prompt that we're going to give it. And that will basically be, everything it needs to move forward. Maybe adding a couple FAQs or some extra context that would be helpful. And then I set up a couple actions for you. So the stop bot action, if it's just obvious that the conversation has ended, the bot will turn off in responding. It'll add a tag that just says stop bot, and then it won't reactivate for another 24 hours. So that kind of helps it not be super annoying. This contact info, this one, we got the age of the participant, the time of the trial class that they want, and the date of the trial class that they want. I'm having it just save that information to the client's account so that you guys can that's what it's packaging up and sending to your team later. And then it's also just going to be on your client's account if you need it. And then trigger a workflow. So I built you this workflow, which we'll go and look at next, called Pass to a Human from Chatbot. And when the chatbot is done with that final message, then it takes those bits of info that we just told it to save, and it's going to send it to, right now I have it sending to just all of your team, Keith, because I don't know if there's any one particular person you want it to send to. And when you keep it as all of your team, then it doesn't matter if someone quits or gets fired or you hire someone new, just everyone gets it. And then it's just kind of first come, first serve. Okay, so those things happen. Let me save, get out of here. We'll save this. Okay, so your bot is ready to rock. And what we would have to do is just turn on a couple of these automations to then allow it to go. So now let me show you the automations I built you. So I'm back over here on the left-hand side. I'm down in the automation area. You have this new folder on your account, Keith, called AI. Look into that. And we have these 4 automations. And then anyone watching, if you sign up on our CRM, all of these automations are automatically going to be copied to your new account. So you don't have to build these from scratch. Okay, so let's start with the first automation that would run, the send first SMS and email to new subscriptions. Okay, so Keith, when someone fills out one of your forms as the trigger, so whether it's your Facebook lead form, which I've already set up to your gym, or they fill out the form on your website. And I just want to make sure that we are actually using the form on your website. But do you know the name of the form you're using on your website?
I think it's simple registration form also, isn't it?
Okay.
I'd have to check. I'm sorry.
I also think it is. And just in case, I put the other one also. Cool. And we can check after this call to just make sure that's good. Anyway, so anytime someone comes through that one of those lead forms or your Facebook lead form, it's going to trigger this. It's going to make sure that the person has an assigned user on their account. And then it's going to give them this tag, AI bot tag. This tag is what's going to let the AI bot actually run. And we'll see what that looks like in a different automation. Okay. And then once it knows that it has an assigned user, whether it does or whether it doesn't, then it's going to automatically send this first SMS. So this is what we can copy and go paste back into the AI chatbot. And it says, hey, first name, If we want to give your chatbot a name, we can just delete that and give it a name. Right now, it's going to say the name of the assigned user on the account, like Kelly or Megan or Keith from the Parkour Gym in San Diego. I just saved you a spot on one of our upcoming sessions. I would love to get you scheduled for your family's first visit. What day works best? I can schedule your appointment over text. How many participants do you have and what are their ages? Spots in class are very limited. So, text us back as soon as you can. All right. Is there anything about this that you want to change, Keith?
Not right now, no.
Cool. This is the message I use at my gyms. Okay. So it's the same for both these guys. And then it's going to wait for 5 minutes. And if the person has not responded, it's going to send them one more text and it just says, "Are you there?" Name of the first name of the client. And this is really important because the AI bot will only trigger if the client responds to us. It won't initiate conversations. So these two texts just help the person get started and say "Yep, I have a daughter" or whatever. And then the AI bot can take it on. Okay. So normally you would publish this. And Keith, if you're ready to rock, we can publish it, but you should probably let your team know that this is happening before we publish it. Mm-hmm. So I'm going to leave it as unpublished for now. The next one is bot tag check. Allow the bot to run based on tags. This is the automation that just checks to see if it has the trigger, which is there we go. We replied to the SMS. So if they reply to an SMS, then the bot is allowed to trigger. Very cool. And then here it is. If the AI bot has the tag AI bot, which the previous automation put on, then it can run. If the person has the tag stop bot, then it will not run this automation, meaning it will not let your AI trigger. So this is there because if they just had a conversation with someone and it's in that stop period, this makes it so the AI doesn't constantly harass people, which is important.
Cool. Yes.
Yeah. Cool. All right. And then it will save the conversation that the AI bot has to the person's profile so that you guys can see the conversation. You can see what the heck the AI bot actually said to them. Yeah. So this just saves it to their account. Okay. This one is safe to run. Cool. All right. Or actually, this one we're going to turn off because having this one on or off is the one that lets the AI bot work. Okay. Then the last one the second to last one is pass to a human. This is literally just did the conversation end? Cool. Then pass to a human and then add the stop bot tag. There's nothing that you'll need to edit in here, but that's what that one does. And then the last one is add the stop bot tag. This just inactivates the AI bot if it recognizes the stop bot tag. You also don't need to edit this one. Okay. So those are your automations. Keith, when you are ready to launch this guy, just come into these two automations, the bot tag check and the send first SMS, and publish them.
Okay.
Cool. Do you feel confident doing that on your own or do you want?
Yeah.
Cool. Great. Okay. So that's it. Once these guys are published, let me jump over to my account and I'll show you what it looks like once they're actually published. Okay. So on my account, I just found someone who has been talking to my AI. And I can tell it's the AI because if you look really careful next to the icon of who has been sending the message, these two little sparkles means that it was the AI. This first one was the automatic message by the automation. And I have that as one of my salespeople for this location, that they are the person assigned to that SMS. And so what happens is they respond, my AI bot takes over, and then they start having this conversation with the person. And let's say if my AI bot says something stupid, I can actually click thumbs down right here. If I clicked on this, and it'll take the thing that it responded to, and it'll give it what the AI responded with. But you can delete that, add in your own response, and then it'll save this as an FAQ. So correcting the AI bot here in this chat will forever correct the AI bot because it saves it right to its knowledge base as an FAQ. Nice. Cool. And if you liked its response, you can thumbs up it and then it additionally saves it as an FAQ. And this little sparkle right here is if you're confused on how it responded that way, you can look at what prompt it was using. You can look at it's whatever it was responding to. You could just see like the further context that the AI bot was using in case it gave you like a bizarre response. You want to know like, how do I adjust that? Cool. All right. And that is your AI bot, Keith. Any questions on it?
I have a question. The human handoff part. What if the AI is chatting when we're closed, and then it goes and says, like, oh, I'm gonna pass you off to a real person now. So let's say somebody's doom scrolling at 1 o'clock in the morning. So it could be like, 10, 11 hours before we get back to them. Should we address that at all, or just it is what it is?
Yeah, there's two things you can do. One is you can set like operation hours for the AI. You could have it only respond to people at certain times. I don't have that on my AI, and I've noticed that people will like submit a form at 2 in the morning, and the conversation with their AI at 2 in the morning, and then the next day our team will see that and they'll pick it up. And if there's not space in the class, then they do or they don't allow it to happen. But either way, the human then calls the person. So that's how we handle it. We just let it rock. But if you want to set working hours on it, you can.
Okay. I'll actually not like that. Not want for working hours. It's great having it do it when people are like hot and doing it. So my other question was, have you ever used like an automated booking so that they can just go ahead and like actually do it online and stuff like that through the CRM?
Yeah, there is a way to do it if you like get it connected via the API. Our Motion Mentors brand partners, they can do that, and they did build that out for Freedom of Motion at first. And whenever we like wanted to change some little things about it, we kind of had to like redo it. So I just thought it was easier just to pass it to my team. And more importantly, because we only allow 2 new people into each class, I didn't know how to build that into the API connection, because our gym management software doesn't cap new students automatically. There's not like a built-in feature for that. So it was booking people in, and then we'd have to call them and be like, oh, hey, sorry, there's actually not room in that class because we only let 2 people in. So that's why I wanted my humans to do it.
Oh, I know when we were with a different organization before you, I've gone in and I had set up the ability in the CRM to book through its appointment scheduling.
Oh yeah, like the native built-in calendar in the CRM.
Yeah, and then I set it as, I limited it to 2 spots per class so that we didn't, like you said, run into having like, 5 or 6 new people in the class. It just meant, my staff would have to transpose them from the CRM booking to our booking, and just took payment through Stripe on the CRM. So I don't know if that's something you might suggest too, or if you think that's too many steps.
Yeah, so it can do that. It can book into the CRM or the calendar in the CRM, and then you can have it send a payment link using Stripe in the CRM. So you can have it fully complete from the client's perspective. I'm not doing that because I have my humans also making calls and end up booking. They just do it in 513. So they're not going and like manually ticking down the CRM calendar. But if you launch it, that's just what you would need to do. You would just need to like book the slot also in the CRM calendar so that your AI agent knows that this one slot has been taken up. So that's totally possible.
Okay, cool. I think that was my only question. Have you messed with the voice AI? Is that worth dealing with or not yet? Just most text messaging.
We are just about to launch a test with the voice AI at our gym. In testing it with me and my own staff, it actually performs pretty well. I am going to launch it, test the first 20 conversations, see like where it messed up, and then keep tinkering with it. And then once I have like a prompt that I know is getting results that I like, then I'll once again add that to the CRM, and then it will populate it to whoever else wants it as well.
Okay, cool. And I think that is all I had.
Cool. Okay. So then next steps for you would be let your team know that is happening and give them an idea of like the flow of it. When the person responds to the message, the AI is instantly going to chime in. Let your team know that if they chime in themselves, it'll stop the AI bot for whatever it said. I think it was 12 hours or 24 hours. Let them know that when the AI bot does complete it's getting a daytime agent booking for the client, that 1, it's going to automatically send it to your team. So it'll be in their notifications. And 2, let's say they like forget to check their notifications. If they just go to the client's profile and look at the conversation, it's all right there. The AI chatbot all shows up in the conversation feed. Let them know that if there's a stupid response, the AI bot just totally messed up, that they should tell you, because you're going to be really interested in like, why did it mess up? What do I need to change about the prompt? Or maybe I updated my schedule and I forgot to change it in the AI prompt. Yeah, I think when a new conversational AI for staff members, for anyone, it's like concerning because AI is a new technology and it's talking to your clients. So just make sure your staff know that they can turn it off if they start talking to the client, or they can add the stop bot tag to turn it off without talking to the client, and make sure that they feel comfortable in raising the hand, being like, the bot said something stupid. Keith, here it is. Here's the client. Here's what happened, so that they know that it's like not a bad thing to share it with you. You're interested. You're super interested in making it better. Once your team kind of feels it coming, they kind of know what to expect, then you can let them know we're going to start it. We're going to start the test period on Monday or whatever. And then you turn it on. Then you all just watch it for a little bit.
Right.
And that's it. That's all the prep you need. Then you turn it on, you watch it. I've already baked in a lot of the improvements that I needed to make before when I first launched my version number 1. A lot of my improvements are already baked into yours. So I suspect yours will be pretty decent. And it's AI. So at this current stage in humanity, sometimes it does say something a little dumb, but it's every single time my human team has been able to like clean it up and be like, oh, actually it said that, but the case is this. And then we get the booking anyway.
Cool. Okay. And do you know, is there a limit on uploading information to the AI? Like,
you can upload quite a bit. I have, my website was like 700 something individual pages. All of them were uploaded to my database. We have like a help desk for our clients. So there's like an FAQ if you need to put your membership on hold, if you need to, how does competition team work? We have like an FAQ base. I uploaded all of it to the AI and it took all of it. Yeah. So you just jump into the knowledge base and upload it with whatever you want. I will say though, that if you have a bot that's for booking, if you keep its training on like what is parkour and here's how you do booking, it makes the bot better and more efficient. Whereas if you train it on like absolutely everything, like the SOP of how your staff should run a birthday party, that can make your sales bot worse because it's just random information that it doesn't actually need, but it'll still scan every time.
Got it. Okay. And is it possible to do like a bot that just handles like, if somebody texting about canceling out of a class or, wanting to sign up for a class, current members and stuff like that? Can you set up a separate bots so they don't confuse each other?
You can. You would build a separate AI agent. So when you go to the agent list, I'll show you. All right. Can you see my screen?
Yes.
Okay. Let's resume right here. All right. So if you wanted to make a support bot, you can see I have a couple bots down here. Right now I'm just using the sales bot at the moment. If you wanted to create a new one, you just kind of go through that same process. Click on here. I think this middle option is the best one if you're doing something complicated like customer service, and then just start it from scratch.
Okay.
And then you kind of go through the same things, like how do you want it to, in bot goals, how do you want its personality? It would probably be very similar to this. Goal would be very similar to this, only now you're talking about not booking class, but just helping them with their questions. And then in the additional information, this is very much like a flow of how do you have a booking conversation. You would follow the same structure, and instead of here's how you book, you would instead be like, first understand their question, then maybe collect any missing information like their name or their email or the name of their parkour student. Then like search the knowledge base that you've uploaded specifically for customer service and give them their best inquiry. Then lastly would probably be like asking them if this resolved their question. And then if they say something positive, then you can end the conversation on something, like a warm, okay, great, have a great day. And if they responded with it did not answer the question, then you could tell it, okay, let me pass this off to my manager and they'll get back to you in the next like 4 hours or whatever. And then you end the conversation there. And then one of your flows at the end, like this trigger workflow, for example, you could say pass to human from help chatbot. and then it could just package up the conversation and literally email it to your team, and then they would know to follow up.
Okay.
So that's how you would structure it differently. And then over here in the automations in the AI, so we have these two automations triggering to activate our sales AI. You would just have some way to not trigger your sales AI, but do trigger your help AI. A way you could do that is, so right here, they're filling out this form, and that plus having the tag, the AI bot tag, is what triggers this one. If you guys have like a help request form, or if someone triggers some automation to where they get a tag like a help AI bot, instead of just AI bots,
Right.
Customer service AI, the trigger should give them some kind of tag or some kind of way to know that your helper bot should kick in and your sales bot should not. And you would just make that it like the tags and the permissions right here.
Okay.
All right. Any other questions?
I don't think so. Not right now. Yeah, I think that's it. Yeah.
Okay. So talk to your team, get them ready, give them a start date that they can expect. When you're ready, you jump into your automations and activate those last two automations, and then you're good to go. If you have any problems, talk to your team, and you can always reach out and ask me, because you are in our mentorship practice. All right.
Awesome. Okay.
Okay. Thank you, Keith. And anyone watching this interested in having one, a CRM so that you can just manage your leads and contact them in general. And two, having an AI bot working for you around the clock, go to crm.motionmentors.org. When you sign up, you get what's called a snapshot of the CRM that we've built for parkour gyms. You get a lot of the stuff that I'm already using, that Keith is already using in our parkour gyms, and it's copied to your new account, so you don't have to set it up from scratch. And then from there, I'm happy to have an onboarding session with you and show you how it works. Okay, so go to crm.motionmentors.org. And of course, on our website, there's tons and tons of free resources for parkour gym owners to grow your business for free, and that's at motionmentors.org. All right, Keith, thank you so much for letting me film this conversation so that other folks can get some help as well.